Hey guys, what's going on? Rabid here, and today I want to talk about an ASIC miner that not many people are really talking about. No, it is not that L3 Plus, and I do not have one, but we're going to look at some numbers, some profitability and stuff, and this miner has a couple cons, but a lot of pros. So we're going to go over it. You may have heard about it. I'm sure a lot of you have. That is the K7 from Bitmain, and this thing is a beast. Now we're going to start off with the cons on this miner. Now the mining cons here, obviously it mines the Eagle Song algorithm and the Nervous coin, and it is the only coin that I'm aware of, and through mining pool stats, that is on that algo. So it's only a one coin shot deal. So if anything ever happens, that miner is dead, done, dead in the water, no thanks, doorstop. So that's the con, and it is a pretty big one, especially gambling. But there's a lot of pros that kind of even out that con. So some of the pros are, recently, a lot of talk about the most profitable miners, and they have been in the ASICs ever since Ethereum went away with GPUs and so on. And a lot of talk going on with the L7s. Yes, the L7s are nice and profitable, but they also come with a price tag, depending on the model that you get, somewhere around $10,000 to $15,000. We got the KA3. It can get fairly expensive as well, and we don't know what's really going to happen to the Cadena network. Now the same thing will apply to the Nevos network with the K7, just because it has so much hash rate over any other competitor on the current market. Bitmain is just slaying the game with these ASICs right now. But unlike those other miners, it's like 50% cheaper, maybe even 60% cheaper than, say, the 9.5 gigahash L7, and probably makes twice as much as that L7, or at least 80% more. So it's a lot more profitable and half the price, which makes that ROI that much better. So, and then, not too many people are talking about it. It's falling under the radar. It doesn't have the hype. So that means maybe the network difficulty won't jump too high once they do come online. Now, the other thing that I do kind of want to point out here is, yes, you can get them all cheaper from Bitmain, but there's something fishy going on in the background. I almost feel, myself personally, I don't know, but I believe a lot of these miners were already pre-sold to third-party vendors, and there weren't very many available when Bitmain does release them on their website. Now, this is speculation, but it's kind of crazy that every time the K7 or the KA3 or something went on sale from Bitmain for the cheapest price, they were sold out in 20 to 30 seconds. So that's pretty insane. It's next to, you have a better chance of finding a solo Bitcoin block than you have of getting a miner from the Bitmain website, is kind of where we're going here. So, we're going to be looking at third-party sellers, and they are cheap, even from third parties. Now, as the demand picks up, if things start ramping up across Nevos, or everyone wants these miners and stuff, obviously we're going to see price increases due to demand wanting. And we're in a bear market, and these things look amazing even in the bear market. Okay, so let's just start off here looking at ASIC miner value. We've got the KA3, K7, L7, 9.5. And right here you can see the KA3 and the K7 at the current market on 11 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what I pay for power. So this is what I would be looking at personally for myself. We're at $35.60 and $34.39. They are neck and neck in terms of profitability right now. And the L7 is coming in at $14.76. So, it's over twice the profitability on the K7 over the L7, and it uses about 400 watts less, 370 some watts or something, but it uses less power. It actually uses the least amount of power out of the KA3 and the L7 altogether. So that's a bonus depending on your electrical and stuff like that. So we're going to compare this with something like the L7 in terms of prices. So first up, we're going to start with the L7 over on the RabidMining website here. The Antminer L7 under ASICs. You can see I have them listed here from cheapest to most expensive. We got 9,999, we got 10,583, 11,499, 9,999, and 10,399. So anywhere between 10,000 pretty much to around, I guess, almost $11,000 for the L7 9.5 gigahash models. And they are currently in stock, but very hard. They don't last very long. Now we're going to move on to the K7 and look at the prices here. This thing is only $4,600 from Nhash, and I do have links to all the stuff in the description if you're looking. But you know, we're at more than 50% less in price here, and it uses less power, and the profitability is much more. Now, based on this, it's saying 139 days, 139 days, 141, and so on. So we're actually going to go in, look how many coins this thing mines and everything through my spreadsheet, just to give you an idea of the actual profitability based on the current network of the K7. All right, so here is the spreadsheet that I have based on network hash, the current price of the coin, and the amount that this thing hashes at. We got some profitabilities and ROIs from different vendors. So Nervos, I'm not sure how you say this, Nervos, I guess. It's on the Eagle Song algorithm. This is the current amount of coins per day that is distributed per 24 hours. The current price here is just under 1 cent with 0.00311. And the current amount paid to miners is only $37,111, which means there's not that much hash rate on this network. And it's a very small coin to being able to get paid this amount with the miner like this. So network hash rate is sitting at 64.29 here. If we look into the Nervos network, looks like actually the price just came down a little bit, so I'm going to have to adjust that, but we're at 64.29 petahash. So I'm going to adjust my price now to 00309. So we're going to go 00309 here. There we go. We're updated with the price. It dropped a little bit, obviously. So you would be getting, if you're mining with this miner right now, about 185.6 coins per day, per 24 hours, with a hash rate of 63.5 terahash. Or I guess I messed that up already. This is 185.6 coins per hash rate that you have. You're actually getting 11,786 coins per day. So that is a profitability at the current market and prices of $36.41 before power. Now me at 11 cent power, this will cost me $8.13 in power every day to run. So obviously I got to be making more than this number to be profitable. And here we can clearly see that we're making $28.28 after power, so profitability. Now here, this is based on all the different vendors that are listed, and I do have links to every single one in the description. And this is not the actual dollar amount trading. This is actually in days, but just the way it's calculated, it has the dollar sign there. But this is an Nhash. If you got it from Nhash, it's 165-day ROI. BT Miners is 167, Miner Bros is 176, Million Miners 185, Coin Mining Central 189, Casa Miners 204 days, and Belay Mining would be the most expensive at a 233-day ROI. So even from the most expensive vendor here, you're still less than a year of an ROI, which is pretty crazy to think about, especially all your GPU miners that have ROI never. So interesting. So as I mentioned before, I don't know much about Nervos, what they're going to do, what their plans are, or anything. Like, not many people talk about it. So it's interesting that maybe this miner's just kind of floating under the radar. But at the same time, Bitmain, they know what they're doing. They're not making, you know, just some random miner for a no-name project. So there may be something going on here that we aren't quite aware about. So that's one thing to be interested about. Scrolling down here, looking at their journey so far. So I'm assuming this might be stuff that still has to happen, but I don't know for sure. And this is stuff that has happened because it's grayed out. So if this is still to come, I don't know what's going on with the hard fork. I'm going to have to look more into this network to see what that means. But, you know, what are they going to hard fork? What are they doing? Are they swapping the algo? Are they just changing emissions? What is happening at this hard fork? I don't know. If you guys have an idea, let me know down in the comment section. But I really doubt it's an algo swap because Bitmain is just releasing this miner and they probably didn't do all that research just for a coin that's about to swap algo. So I think there is something going on here. Now, the other thing is price. So one thing with price, I did notice one thing. It seems to follow Bitcoin pretty good. So like, here's the last 7 days of Nervos. Now I know Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. Bitcoin goes down, everything goes up. That's a fact. But some things don't really follow it to a T or that close. And Nervos is pretty darn close. So here is the 7-day chart on Nervos, which you can see it's going up and up. And here is Bitcoin. And it looks pretty similar in these sections right here. Look at that. Then we go back. Look at this here too. Now let's go to the all-time high for an example. Look at these two peaks. Bitcoin had these two peaks at pretty much the same time. So it followed Bitcoin, although this is a little opposite, as Bitcoin's second peak was the largest that hit the all-time high. This one didn't quite hit that, but it did hit the two peaks. And it's a fairly new token. At least when it got listed, it was sometime here in 2019. Looks like November 21st or something. But, you know, it's a fairly new coin. Most of these coins did seem to fork sometime after the 2017 run. So around 2018 to 2019 is when we're seeing most of these coins that everyone's mining in the first place anyway. So a lot of these coins are very, very young. And based on the current price, it's actually lower than when it first released. So, you know, that might be bad. That might be a good thing. I have no idea. The point is it follows Bitcoin pretty good. So if we actually look back and go to Bitcoin's all-time highs here, then we just bring it to the current here that was in 2021, we can see pretty much the same type of chart where it's looking pretty darn close to identical here. Obviously, there's a lot thicker volumes and everything happening here across Bitcoin. It's the King Mac Daddy, but we can see everything looks pretty close to the same. Unlike a lot of coins like GPU miners are looking. Let's take Ravencoin, for example. I feel Ravencoin, I don't know what's going on with it. It's losing a lot of traction. So let's just look at the all here. In the last bull run, it hit a big spike and then it never recovered. It just died. And it actually happened a few days before the Bitcoin first big jump happened. And then around here would be Bitcoin second. And Ravencoin just pretty much, you can see the line coming down, kind of toppling off the market. We're seeing some green now in the past 7 days. So this is good. Just like Bitcoin, it actually did a big shoot up here. But it's going to be interesting to see how a lot of these coins do prevail. So just, you know, a little speculation here. Nervous does seem to follow Bitcoin pretty close together. Now we're going to play with a few numbers, like, you know, what if Nervous hits this again, or what if it hits that? So I'm not going to go at the exact peak. A lot of times I like to look at the peak, but who knows? This time I'm going to go a little different, man. It's still going to look pretty insane. So let's say this hits 3 cents. You know, here it peaked a little higher at 3.4, 3.7. So 0.037 cents. And here it's about 0.32. So let's say we at least hit 3 cents this time. So let's just picture up 3 cent Nervous here. And this is going to be pretty insane, guys. Don't drop your hats, your coffee. Make sure your mugs are empty, because we're about to blow our minds. If Nervous hits 3 cents, bam, look at this. Oh my gosh, this is insane. So think, okay, 3 cents here. We're mining away. You know, we only need to mine this thing for about a month or so. So in theory, when these things come out, look at the ROI, 13 days, 13 and a half days. So you can mine on this thing for 2 weeks, shut the darn thing off, and then wait to the next bull run. And if it hits 3 cents, this miner has paid for itself. That's pretty insane to think about. $353 per day before power, 345 days after power. This thing is extremely a beast. So this is for a lot of you short-sighted people, though, if you made it this far into the video so far, that if you think about future predictions, you know, like I said, you could mine them for this thing 2 weeks, 14 days, and it's only going to take 13 and a half days worth of mining to cover this if Nervous does hit 3 cents. So that's pretty insane to think about it. So you think it's going to hit that? I have no idea. I don't know what this coin's about, but I think Bitmain isn't messing around when they do a thing. So something may be happening across this network that we haven't been following. And people that are following it, they probably know what's going on. They don't want to tell us. All right, guys. So let me know. What do you guys think about that K7 Beast Eagle Song miner? You know, it's looking pretty badass. Are you looking into ASIC mining? Are you looking into something like maybe a K3, the K7, or even an L7? So there's a lot of sevens and stuff, crazy numbers here, but you know, it kind of gets tongue twisting. Let me know though, guys. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions on all these ASIC miners? Are you transitioning the way you are mining crypto? Or are you just sitting back waiting to see what the heck happens because you have no clue what's going on? Let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.